What do the Israelites teach? We teach the Bible. Nothing but the Bible. That's all. That's all we teach. So, so some people get mad about us teaching the Bible because we don't teach nothing else.
So I'm trying to figure out, why was it wrong for them brothers to stone?
Trying to get this thing to load on. Did you get it? What up? Yeah, I'm about to pop on here real quick. Let me see how back. What y'all think about that Cincinnati brawl, though? You know, a lot of evidence then came out, and they show that woman that got put to sleep. She faking. She didn't even want to make a police report when it happened. Now they got videos of her in the neck brace. She done raised 500,000 since that happened. But I had a discussion today. They said, man, we promote hate. So I'm trying to show y'all, like, ask y'all, like, what in the Bible that we say is hateful? The Most High hate white people. It's the Bible say that. He hate the whole race in here. I know y'all ain't never heard that before. But shit, why would you hear it? They told you Christ was a white man. Moses was white. Naked white angels with little babies, naked with little wings on it. But everybody white. In fact, the white man became everybody. He became a Jew. Like my brother said, Spider-Man, Superman, the South African, the American. He became everybody. You know. So what do we say that offends people? You know what's so crazy? I ain't never seen so many black people want to save everybody outside their own people. You know that's got to be a beat down people when they still talking about they're at the bottom of the pool pit and they still talking about loving everybody and saving everybody. So we're gonna see. So I just said, all right, I'm sending a message and that shit didn't go through. Hold on. I'm trying to upload this video, you know. and sent it to one of my brothers. It ain't going. Let me see. Try to find it. Let me see how the best way to do this. Bear with me a little bit more, y'all. YATTHATH. Get this shit today. Oh, shit. Hey, yeah, One West, man. Yeah, One West. Let me turn up, man. So the question is, what do we teach? Do we teach hate, or is hate in the Bible? Is hate in the Bible? Do we teach hate, or do we actually teach what's in the Bible? And I think that the problem we have is we used to hearing a certain thing, and we used to being gently talked to while they mess us over for real, that we don't, we ain't we ain't we want people to say smooth things to us. Let me show you what these scriptures say. Hold up. Their words were smoother than butter. So we're gonna go to Psalms 55. 55 and 21. He said the words of his mouth was smoother than butter. The war was in his heart. See, the reason why we don't get to seeing what go down on us because the words be smoother than butter. We want to be talked to gentle. When you hear us out here talking like men, and it kind of like intimidates you a little bit, you be like, damn, why they talking like that? But that's the way we talk. So I got questions, about what y'all think we believe in. What question you gonna ask? What do y'all think? Let me show you. I said I was gonna show you hate is in the Bible. Let me show you hate all through the Bible. See, after a person been beat down, murdered, robbed, and the same people who did these things to us, now they tell us, hey, you got to love us because God said love us. But that's not in the Bible. And listen, I'm about to be honest. When you really get to reading this Bible, it's really like if I wasn't an Israelite, I wouldn't even read the Bible. I wouldn't read the Bible if I wasn't an Israelite because I know it's not for me. I wouldn't even be, I'd be like, I'm cool on that. I'm cool. Let me go up here. Let's find some scriptures about hate. That's why they be so mad at us. They say, y'all preach hate. Let's see if hate is in the Bible. Okay. Is hate in the Bible? And dude, we preach hate. We don't preach hate. We preach the Bible. So if we come to verses that might be a little ugly to you, it's because that's what thus said the Lord. I always be wondering, like, have people actually, like, the Bible's just a history book, man. It's a history book. It's the history of an identity of a people that's been lost. This is why I try to show y'all on artificial intelligence and everything else what's being said. Okay then, bro, Minnesota. So I was going to say, let me show y'all his hate in the Bible. We're going to go to Psalms 139. That's what we're going to, Psalms 139. We're going to go to 139, 21, and 22. I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, for they speak against thee wickedly, thy enemies. It's talking about the people that speak against the Most High. He said, thy enemies. And he said, and thy name in vain, saying, not only do they speak evil against him, they speak his name in vain. He said, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Meaning, everybody that hate my God, I hate you too. I hate you. So he said, am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? He said, I hate them with a perfect hate, with a perfect hatred, and I counted them as my enemies. So this was David saying. He said, I hate them with a perfect. I ain't never even. I got to steal that. I got to tell somebody, listen, I hate you with a perfect hate. That's gonna make them. I ain't never even heard a perfect hate. What's a perfect hate? Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find more verses in the Bible that talks about hate. Let's go to the book of Psalms 97 and 10. Psalms 97 and 10. Psalms 97, verse 10. See, this is what we talk about. We talk about the judgments that come on you other nations. No nation has never paid for any of the suffering, the pain that we went through. No nation has ever paid for that. No nation paid for taking us in slavery. No nation paid for any of that. Now, you know what's so crazy about this? This is the crazy thing. When you do something to any other nation, it's an act of war. When you do something to another nation's people, it's automatically an act of war. That's how that go. This nigga just drew first blood. It's on the floor. So I say that's how that, that's what it is. Nobody ever paid for the chattel slavery. Nobody paid. If you actually go back in our history and search and look at all the evil things that was done to us, nobody ever paid for that. So when we speak about karma and things that's going to take place for what was done to us, now it's hatred. Now it's hatred. Have you ever noticed how one side always play it a certain way? Let me flip it for a minute. They broadcast all over the news about the Cincinnati Brawl. These were some vicious white people, black people. They call them black people monkeys. They call them black people thugs. They call them black people hoodlums. But then when they watch the whole video, and the other police I suggest y'all to go and watch some of the audio that the police took. The woman that got knocked out, she didn't even want to give a statement. She up there kicking it, like right after it's over with. So it's like the whole fight initially, right? I don't trust them. You can't trust them. When you watch them videos and watch how they was acting after the fight, like everything was cool, they talking about they didn't want to give statements. Then you turn around and lock up all black folks. All black folks. But then you say everybody that's involved will be prosecuted. I don't understand that. So now this is how I'm flipping it. Just like you see one side is constantly for their people, but that's how the Most High is. And I know y'all probably ain't never heard that because y'all think, but if you ever actually read the Bible and comprehend what you're reading, the Most High didn't do nothing for other nations. He'd give them a crumb off the table. Let me tell you what he said. Ain't no question. Let me see what so this is what he said in Deuteronomy chapter 32. It said, remember the days of old and consider the years of many generations and ask thy father. It said, you go to your father and tell your father, sit down, man, tell me about what happened back in the day. What took place? What was going on? Remember the days of old and consider the years of many generations and ask thy fathers, and he will show thee, and thy elders, and they will tell thee, when the Most High divided. See, this is what people got to understand. Ain't no everybody coming together in the Bible. That's Christianity. Everybody don't come together. I'm reading to you what the Most High did. He divided us. He said, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. The reason why you hear me emphasize on certain words, because certain words have meanings. So this telling you right here, when you read it, the Most High separated the world nations. When he separated everybody, he made sure Israel was straight and he let them get the rest of it. He said Israel was his people. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Malachi 3:6, for I am the Lord, I change not. So now let me get back to what I was saying. We're going to go to Psalms 81:15. See, niggas felt some type of way because I said PA, this nigga named PA went to jail. Now, I know a lot of y'all out here probably don't know who PA is. Don't rack your brains thinking about who he is. The nigga ain't nobody. And I was kicking him while he was down. So people was like, damn, bro, why you gonna kick the nigga while he was down? I was kicking him while he was up. What you mean that what? Man. Now, this is Psalms 81 verse 15. I'm gonna start at 14. I should soon have subdued their enemies and turn my hand against their adversaries, the haters. So y'all thought y'all just came up with hate. Man, niggas was getting called haters back in the day. Psalms 81:15. The haters of the Lord should submit themselves unto him, but their time should have endured forever. He said the haters. See, it's been all type of, like, what y'all thought haters just came out. They was hating back in the day. Why do you think Judas told on Christ? And guess what he sold Christ out for? Same thing niggas selling out for now, the bag. He sold Christ out for the bag. He sold Yahushua out for the bag. Let me say Yahushua, because other camps be like, One West be saying Christ. I say Christ because people know who Christ is. If I say Yahushua and start saying in Hebrew, they ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about. So I really try to speak a dialect where everybody can understand what I'm saying. So let's keep going. Because people say, well, the Bible don't matter. We read to you exactly what the Bible says. It might not be what you want to hear. And I think that's what it is. I'm going to say, I'm start at 1, drop down to 8. It say, to everything there is a season, a time to ever propose under the heaven, a time to be born, it's a time to die, it's a time to plant, and it's a time to pluck up that which was planted. So it's telling you it's a cause and effect on everything we do. So let me drop down to verse 8. He said, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. So the Most High said, man, listen, it's seasons to this, like it's ups and downs to this, man. It's like every day ain't smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's a time to love, and he said it's a time to hate. Let's see if this word means hate. Because the first thing Christians say, God hate don't mean he hate. It's a different kind of hate. I don't know what that means, but it say, I want y'all to see, that's what the words say. To hate, be hateful. So when he said it's the time to hate, he means hate, just like it's the time to love. You can't, just like it's the time to love, he's saying it's the time to hate. It's the time. So let's keep, can we find some more in here? The only reason why I don't want to stay too emphasized on that, my whole point was this. Everybody say, well, the Israelites say the white people can't get salvation. We don't say white people can't get salvation. And you know, some of the videos y'all make when y'all discussing the Israelites, the only reason why we speak on white folks, because that's who y'all emphasize on. Y'all don't say why the Asians can't get salvation, why the Arabs can't get salvation, why the Africans get. Y'all first say why white folks can't get it. Salvation was only granted to the children of Israel. There's no verse in the Bible where it mentions salvation in any other nation by name. Meaning you won't see salvation Hamites, salvation Moabites, but you'll see salvation Israel. So now, we don't believe, if you want to know what we believe so y'all can stop lying on us, this is what we believe. It's going to be other nations in the kingdom, but let me tell you what's going to happen to them. Let me get this verse to you real quick. Put this in your spirit real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So we don't never say other nations can't get into the kingdom. We want other nations in the kingdom. But the Most High told you when they get in the kingdom, they have a role to play. They ain't playing the role where the Israelites played. It ain't like we're gonna be on two levels and we don't know. And it's gonna be right here on earth. Ain't nobody going up in no sky, floating and all of that stuff they tell y'all in Christian churches. They ain't gonna know. You say the prayer every day. Our Father, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. It tells you where the new kingdom gonna be at. So if we keep going some more, it said, and it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage where thou was made to serve. So the children of Israel, we were sent in bondage. See, when I picked up this book and I started studying, I realized the condition of my people was because we put ourselves in that condition. We made a covenant with the Most High. We signed a contract in blood and say, we're going to do everything you said do. And we didn't. So he said these curses was going to follow on us and thy sons forever. So that means the curse fall on me, then my son, then his son, and his son. It's a perpetual curse till he comes back to redeem us. So he said, I'm going to give you rest from your hard sorrow, from the hard bondage that I sent y'all to serve. I'm going to give you some rest from that. So let me drop down some more. Hold up. So when you jump down to 21, this is for a lot of Christians who like to say, well, why y'all mad at the white folks? Because they didn't do anything. They didn't participate in slavery. Just like I'm suffering and my people suffering for the contract that my forefathers made with the Most High, and we have to pay for the judgment the other nations have to pay too. Just because you might feel like, well, we didn't murder, rob, rape you, or enslave you, why do we have to pay for it? Because you benefit from what your ancestors done. When I go out here and see all these buildings up here, when I walk out and I see downtown, I see all these big buildings, all these condos. It ain't my people in here, but you on stolen land. You murdered, robbed, and took enslaved people, built up this, and you feel like now your people benefit from this, and you feel like nothing should happen. Let me tell you what the Most High say. He don't believe in that. He said, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities." That's a cold verse right there. He said, "Prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers," meaning you have to pay for what your forefathers did. Let's see if there's anywhere else in here. I think I got it in here somewhere else. You don't get to just murder, rob, rape, kill, and then just keep living life like you don't never pay for none of your crimes. You never, it's like, sometimes I be kind of like, I don't understand it because I be trying to figure out, like, how do a person think they can just do all this murder, robbing, killing? Nobody paid for this. And then when you say something about it, something wrong with you. That's just crazy to me. Hold on. I got a ton of Bible verses in here. So I might see precepts and grab precepts from I gotta go back and find them. I don't think I gotta go back that far. I think I know where I'm going. I think it's in Isaiah. I know it's Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 60. Stick with me real quick. I want to get y'all this preset. Damn, I can't. Oh, I can't find this, man. I want y'all to. I'm gonna keep holding y'all up trying to find it. It's cold scripture though. I know what I do. 14 and 21. Cross-reference Isaiah 14:21. I'm gonna find it, man. But basically, the scripture basically talks about how you have to prepare for what your ancestors did, just like the children of Israel is paying for what our forefathers did. So it's basically like the Most High saying, you don't get a pass on that, man. Just like my people got it, you got to get it too. That's what them scriptures say. And listen, the Most High in this Bible, for real, he don't be playing. Hold on. I really want to find this. Hold on. That's a good one. But yeah, that's when I feel a little sick today. Like, I don't know if it's like my sinuses or got me feeling kind of beat down a little bit. Jacob, my servant. It might be Jeremiah. If y'all got any questions, go on and ask. While I look for this, I'm down for any questions. I ain't gonna even lie though. I got some. Basically, when we letting y'all know is this, man. There's no verse in the Bible where salvation is for everybody. So you would not read salvation in any other nation outside of Israel in the Bible. Bottom line. So when y'all say we preach hatred, we preach the Bible. It's just that you ain't woke. You ain't used to hearing the scriptures that we bring to you. So when you hear us talking like that, the first thing you think is like we preach hate. We don't preach hate, we preach the Bible. And the truth of the Bible should matter. So all we do is actually preach the Bible, man. That's for real. That's about it. Shit. But outside of that, and Christians, y'all got to learn this, man. This is what this said in Luke 4:4. Jesus answered them, saying, "It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God." Meaning we got to keep that word, man. And when we give it to y'all, man, y'all be saying it's too raw for y'all, man. Y'all soft ass. Y'all too aggressive with that word. Y'all be, I don't know. Y'all just be. I think that's where it's at. Hold up. I just found it. Oh, yeah. So now I'm about to read y'all the gospel. The Spirit of the Lord of God is upon me, because the Lord had anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and to proclaim liberty to the captives and to open the prisons to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them in Mount Zion, to give unto them beauty of ashes of oil of joy for mourning, and the garments of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, and the planting of the Lord might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste, and they shall rise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the wasted cities and the desolations of many generations. And the strangers, that's the ones not Israelites, shall stand and feed your flock. And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. The same thing I was reading for you in Isaiah 14, when I said, prepare slaughter, you got to pay for what you did. Y'all gonna be in the kingdom, but y'all gonna be workers. So let's keep going. It said, but ye shall be named the priests of the Lord, and men shall call you ministers of our God. You see these possessive pronouns? That's why I always ask people, can they comprehend what they're reading? They are using possessive pronouns, but if you don't know what you're reading, it'll probably go over your head. Let me keep going. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord, and men shall call you ministers of our God, and ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. Is these the same Gentiles y'all always be talking about as saved? I told you Gentile just means nation or people. Gentile is not a race. Anybody can be a Gentile. So these Gentiles right here, though, are not Israelites. So now let's keep going. It said, the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast to yourself. For in your shame, the children of Israel, ye shall have doubled. For the confusion they shall rejoice, and in their portion, therefore in their land, they shall possess the double of everlasting joy shall be unto them. Meaning, every nation, y'all got to get double of what y'all did to us, and we're going to rejoice about it. So it said, for the Lord loved judgment, and I hate robbery and burnt offerings, and I will direct their work in truth. He said, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them, the children of Israel, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offsprings among the people, and all that see them shall acknowledge them, and they are the seed which the Lord shall bless. You see that? Let me read that again. And their seed, the children of Israel, shall be known amongst the Gentiles. That's the other nations. And their offspring among the people. Meaning even our kids, y'all gonna know about them. It's like, nigga, we gonna ring bells. Y'all gonna know every this. You better know my name, or I'm gonna put that pressure on you. It say, and all that see them shall acknowledge them. Every nation that see, they're gonna be like, damn, them the children of Israel. You know, so he said that they are the seed which the Lord had blessed. Every nation gonna end up knowing, like, this the seed, these the people that are blessed. Everybody gonna see that. That's what that scripture just said. I will keep going. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in God's spirit. For he had clothed me with the garment of salvation and had covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decks himself in ornaments, and a bride adornment herself in jewels. For the earth bring forth. So you heard what it just said, man. It said, for your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in the land they shall possess the double everlasting joy. You hear that? And the strangers shall be fleeing y'all flock. See, just like we was in slavery. See, this is called slavery right here. I know what you're saying to yourself, man. In the Bible, God don't, he ain't gonna put the other nations in slavery. You a lie. He said, everybody that touch my people, y'all got to pay for that. Y'all don't just be whooping on my people and then just think like, now all of a sudden we all together, kumbaya, give me 5 on the black hand side and all that old shit. Man, the Most High ain't on that. He said, man, you got to get double for what you did to my people. Double. All the penitentiary bits you had my people doing, eating them breaks, giving them high cholesterol because they're eating them breaks and everything. He said, you got to pay for that. You just can't have my people eating breaks and all that and then think everything cool. And see, ain't that a just God? That would be a just God. That's what you call a just God. A just God will repay for what was done. If he didn't repay for what was done, would he be a just God? He wouldn't be. So when we talk about, we don't hate people because of their skin complexion or nothing. It's because the crimes that was committed against us. Don't nobody talk about the crimes. And when we speak about injustice, y'all act as though we don't supposed to speak about nothing. We talk about the crimes we committed, man. And just like I felt like in Cincinnati, that's a message to black people. That's what they're showing you in Cincinnati. If we slap the shit out of one of y'all, y'all better not fight back. Y'all better not. That's why it was very important for people to support them brothers behind that, man. We supposed to get behind them brothers and support them. And I don't know, man. It's just crazy sometimes when I see how so quick we'll kill each other, and then we'll turn on each other for some other, like, that shit is really crazy. We'll turn on each other so damn quick. I got a lot of scriptures in here. I just be taking them over the years. You know, the Bible is to be read precept upon precept for y'all that don't know that. You know, y'all pick this book up and start freestyling and shit. You know? I just mainly wanted to see if y'all had any questions tonight, you know? And also to say, man, we don't preach hate. We don't preach hate, but we hate everybody that hate us. That's for sure. Now, you can take that how you want to take it. What y'all got? Y'all got something y'all want to talk about before I get up out of here? It was a slow day for me today. I took some of that sinus medication. It was so hot, man. Listen, I remember we used to get so hot in prison when it be hot like that. They got to open up the doors and keep them open. All doing, you can't even, well, my door stayed open anyway. I was like that. But, you know, you got to open up the doors and because there wasn't no air circulation. So if y'all got any questions pertaining to this, ask us. You know, I had somebody tell me, man, Jesus Christ died for the world's sins. I said, where he say that at? John 3:16. I said, sin is not even mentioned in John 3:16.
Attention library guests. The library will be closing in 30 minutes.
Damn.
Please make your final selections and proceed to the exit. Atención visitantes. La biblioteca cerrará en 30 minutos.
Oh, they just said the non-library about to close. So with that, man, we the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge saying shalom.
Please make your final selections and proceed to the exit. Atención visitantes. La biblioteca cerrará en 30 minutos. Por favor, hagan sus selecciones finales y diríjanse a la salida.
The Bible says prove all things. So this is how you shut me up. You proved it. You said, I just don't like y'all. What did we preach on? And I said, so let me ask you this. The Israelites are called. The Israelites